Of GML action, where your New Orleans Saints will be traveling to Jacksonville today to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. As you can see, new season, new hope, new optimism for these Saints. Um, Now under second-year head coach Drew Brees. Made some changes in the offseason that I'm going to show off in this first video and only this first video. Unfortunately, is Teddy Bridgewater, but in his place is another veteran quarterback we picked up in Jacoby Brissett. Jeff Harper makes his return from the practice squad to be our third-string quarterback, even though he's listed as number 2 on the depth chart here. He'll be number 3 on the depth chart as we continue to work on him going forward. Still don't know if Gary Short's the guy, but he has spent a lot of time with position coaches in the offseason, and he is entering the final year of his deal. So this is kind of make or break year to determine whether or not he gets a fifth-year option or a long-term contract with New Orleans moving forward. Newcomer, old comer, Alvin Kamara is back in New Orleans after a brief stint away from the team playing for other squads. He comes back in. He gets his number back. He is not number 1 on the depth chart. However, that belongs to Kendre Miller. Year, we still have Tim Bruton, our rookie out of Notre Dame, who's now a second-year player out of Notre Dame. Picked up Dwayne McBride off of waivers during the preseason. We signed a new fullback, Jamison Gates, who's a fast guy who gives us some options in the passing game as well. Big kid out of Florida, picked him up via free agency. We had a lot of money to spend in free agency. We didn't spend all of it, but we spent a good chunk of it, and I'll show you where here shortly. Here, not much changed here. The only thing that the Saints picked up here was a veteran in Zay Jones to help mentor some of these younger guys we have, like a Kendall Traylor, like a Max O'Donnell. But also picked back up A.T. Perry in the offseason once free agency was done in the preseason, as well as a depth piece that knows the offense, or sort of knows the offense, as we have changed offensive schemes. Juwan Johnson still in a tight end. We drafted Joseph Quinn, who turns out to be a really good player. He's going to play second fiddle. We signed Daniel Bellinger to be that second fiddle, so now we have a really deep tight end room, and we can survive if Juwan Johnson walks in free agency, which looking more like he will since he's hit age 30. Even though he's a superstar development player, probably going to let him walk at season's end. Taylor Decker, one of our big signings in the offseason to bolster the offensive line. It was a woe for us all last year, so hopefully he can help with that. He's a veteran guy who can hopefully teach Tavares Jordan and moves over from right tackle to left tackle. Hopefully he can teach him some things moving forward. Dwight Adams still holding it down at left guard from last year. Eric McCoy still holding it down at center. Shaq Mason, another big free agent signing. Signed him for a $6 million deal in the offseason. Another veteran to hopefully kind of show Peter Lewis the ropes. The rookie last year really got asked to do more than he was probably capable of. But now he gets a mentor and a veteran piece that's a quality piece in Shaq Mason. And then Trevor Penning moves from the left side to the right side where he can hopefully bolster the run defense on that side, maybe provide some pass protection. That's the only spot we didn't get significant growth in the offseason was at that right tackle spot. We attempted to get Paris Johnson, a free agent from the Cardinals. He ended up signing with the Jets, though. So that kind of stymied our shot to bolster our line in 3 different spots. Gone is the 4-3 defense. We are moving to a 3-4 this season. So we picked up veteran Leonard Williams to kind of show the ropes to Sammy Felton, who's a practice squad player we signed in the offseason. We also have Deron Payne and Draymond Jones, who are bolstering the right side. So we've definitely got some depth and meat at the defensive end spot to go with our 2 big man mountains in the middle, Trey Weathers and Lamont Parks. But sandwiched in there is Eric Armstead, who's going to provide us some depth at defensive end in a 3-man front, and also some depth at defensive tackle in a 4-man or in a sub linebacker package setting. Foskey, who signed an off-season signed a contract extension last year, he moves to the outside linebacker spot. This is where our edge rushers are going to be playing. We signed Matthew Judon as a veteran who's still got something left in the tank, but is more here to provide a mentorship for Isaiah Foskey. A lot of our linebackers that were outside last year moved to the middle. So you can see we have a little bit of a log jam here as Joshua McCallum still anchors the top spot. But now R.J. Copeland moves into that second linebacker position in a base formation set in a 3-man front. Devontae Anthony and Barnes are fighting for the third spot back there. You have Jason Jones, who moves back to his original linebacker spot now as we formulate our four-man linebacking core. And we signed Harold Landry to, again, be a veteran piece that could provide some pressure from the edge. So we have a lot of edge pressure. We'll see if it can do us some good. Tariq Woolen obviously returns. Terrence Gilchrist returns. Darius Rush returns. Razel Douglas is our big signing, if you want to call it a big signing, a mentorship player for our young players. We drafted rookie Tony Felder, who comes in and instantly as a starter for us. And we picked up Joshua Williams as well to kind of round out our corners and make it a more well-rounded top-end type play. We don't really have a supreme weakness here, but we don't have a supreme strength other than Tariq Woolen at his spot. We have Dantzler and Simpson are listed as our free safety, but that's not who's actually starting. I'm going to flip to who's starting now, and that is Devontae Wheaton, our 6th overall pick out of Vanderbilt. Guy's a generational talent at the safety position, can cover like a corner, can hit like a safety, built like a freight train. A little bit soft. I don't mean that in a bad way. He's very injury prone, but hopefully he can keep healthy for us. And then we signed veteran Quandre Diggs, who's going to anchor our free safety spot and provide mentorship for Wheaton in his rookie year. But he jumps in and immediately starts for us, does Wheaton. New kicker, Cameron Dicker. Dicker the kicker is in New Orleans now, signed a contract in the offseason. Costs a pretty penny, but he's got one of the better legs in the game. Hopefully he can keep us alive during special teams. And then our new punter is Chip Spitzer, basically a guy we signed that had a cool name and had a lot of legs. So we'll see what happens there as we move forward. As I check some things on the books. Yeah. All right. So that's pretty much our roster right there. So we're going to see how they play against these Jacksonville Jaguars. Going on the road. Oh, geez, I didn't do my weekly training, did I? I guess you can watch me do weekly training too. Actually, what I'll do is I'll pause this and I'll finish it up and then I'll come back after the weekly training is done. All right, sorry about the delay on that. I know it was a couple of minutes, had to get my training in, and unfortunately, in my training, one of my new free agent signings, Taylor Decker, got hurt. So I'm going to have Tavares Jordan, my second-year player, or third-year player that I transferred over from right tackle. He's going to be starting today. Lovely. He gets Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker as his first assignment. That ought to be fun. All right, let's go ahead and do this. What? Do we have the Jaguars on her? I didn't think so. Okay. Just trying to make sure. Oh boy. All right, let's play a full game. What uniform am I wearing? I'll wear aways. I'll save my throwbacks for when I play at the Dome. Everbank Stadium. Okay. There's Trevor Lawrence and Gary Short. The battle of the 16s. Trevor Lawrence is better. That's Chris Olave, Joshua McCallum. That's Christian Kirk. A couple of players for the Jaguars. I don't remember all their numbers off the top of my head. I did type them out before I got this game going. So Saints come out first. And here come your Jaguars. Say you're Jaguars. You're a Saints fan if you're watching this broadcast. Drew Brees in his second season, a little bit of a disappointing but hopeful first season. Winning 6 games at the helm year one with a team that was honestly pretty brutal. They've improved a little bit in the offseason as best they could with what they had available in free agency and the draft. We'll see if a scheme change helps out as they are now running a more Sean Payton-like offense. They've talked to Sean Payton in Denver over the past season, off-season, and acquired some pointers, so they're using some tendencies from the Broncos playbook on offense and defense. As we slip into the Super Sim aspect here, let's go slow, jump forward, end of game. Now, Saints are going to kick it away as Cameron Dicker is going to kick it off to probably Mike Schilling, and that is Schilling in the end zone, 2 yards deep, takes it out past 15, 20, and out past the 20 to the 23, and that is where Trevor Lawrence takes over. Stud quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 1 overall pick in 2018. Been around a little bit, seen some things now at this point. We'll see what he can do. I believe this is year 7 or 8 at the helm for him in this franchise. Lines up under center, heavy on the right side, 1st and 10. Hands off to Travis Etienne, right side, and he has got room to maneuver. Makes a man miss there. Tariq Woolen coming up to make the tackle and runs out of bounds after a gain of 4. Empty backfield for Lawrence as he's in the gun, 2nd and 6 from his 27, looking to throw left side. He has got Travis Etienne out there on the left-hand side, just short of the first down. Sets up a 3rd down. Bunch receivers to Lawrence's right. And he is looking to throw once again right side. He has got a man, and that is number 80. Bruce Johnson is tied in out of that bunch set. Getting about 3 or 4, but it is enough for the first down. They give him a gain of 2, actually. Tariq Woolen on the tackle. Lawrence is back on the move in the gun once again. 1st and 10 from his 34, looking to throw for the 3rd time as he hits Christian Kirk on a little slant route right in front of Devontae Wheaton. Gets about 7, makes it 2nd and 3. I believe he's got Etienne in the backfield by himself, 2nd and 3 here. Hands ball off left side to Etienne, and Etienne's got room to run, and run he does. Out past midfield, out past the 45 to the Saints 40. So a big gain there from Travis Etienne. As you can see here on the replay, just lots of room to run there as he's finally brought down by number 6, Quandre Diggs from his safety spot. Lawrence in the gun, 1st and 10 from the Saints 40. And he is looking to throw once again. He's looking over the middle, and he has a receiver, but Joshua McCallum, 2nd-year player, puts the hand in the way. Great play there to make it an incomplete pass. Lawrence in the gun, 2nd and 10. Looks to throw once again. Pump fake, throws right side. He's got a man. Beautiful dart. Christian Kirk had coverage all over him, but Lawrence puts that in the only place he could, which is right in Christian Kirk's hands. Great play of 24 yards, and they are in the red zone here. 1st and 10, handoff right side to Etienne. He's got room to maneuver, and he is going to get all the way to the end zone for a Jaguars touchdown. And that Saints defense early is faltering poorly. Looks like we still have some issues with scheme fit there. As you can see, that right-hand side, the run game has been wide open for these Saints. Well, for these Jaguars, excuse me. Drew Brees in the press conference this week said they were wanting to stop the pass. Clearly, they are definitely trying to stop the pass, but the run game is open for business. 8-play, 77-yard drive, took up just a little over 3 minutes, and you got to be happy with that if you're a Jags fan. 7-0. Just under 9 minutes to play in the first. As the Jaguars will kick off as Kyrie Fairburn kicks off, and Bruton is going to take it about 3 yards deep and take the knee to give Gary Short and his boys the ball at the 25. Gary Short had a rough year last year. Was up and down the depth chart. Started the season as the starter, went to be the third stringer, then ended up the starter again after injuries occurred. Then ended up the backup for the rest of the year as Teddy Bridgewater took over. But he is the man now. 3 receivers to his right, 1st and 10. He hands off to Alvin Kamara, and Kamara's got room on the right-hand side. Stiff arms Alonakun at his linebacker spot, but not before he gets about 14 yards. Alvin Kamara. As we go 1st and 10 from our 40, Gary Short's in the gun. Looking to throw here. He's going to dump it left side. I believe that is going to be Bellinger. I believe that is Bellinger, our tight end. It is our tight end. He is our third-string tight end right now after our draft. Short in the gun after a gain of 7 to Bellinger, and he's going to hand the ball off. No, he's going to fake it. And the interesting wrinkle in this offense as he is going to run with it and get near the first down. He gets a gain of 2.5. Needed 3. It's 3rd and 1 from the 49, just shy of midfield. He's going to hand the ball off to Miller. Miller's going to take it right side. He's going to get the first down. He's going to fight for about 4 yards and get into Jaguars territory at the 48. But more importantly, first down there for the Saints as Short is back in the gun. 4 receivers out in the pattern. He's going to hand the ball off to Kamara. Kamara's going to cut it up the middle, and a nice gain of 9 yards. Kamara doesn't look like he's missed a step. Now here in age 32. Short is back in the gun, 2nd down and 1. Kendre Miller there with him. And they're going to hand it off left side to Kendre Miller, and he's outrunning his blockers. He's outrunning Dwight Adams there at left guard. But he gets the first down, and Saints offense is in business. They're at the 35 driving. Short makes a change from the shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off right side. Going to cut back left is Kendre Miller. Drive the legs forward. And that's a nice gain of 6. And this is a much different team than you saw last year. They are running the ball heavy here early in the game. Short in the gun, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw this time. Throws right side. And he's got a man, and that is, I believe, Jawan Johnson. The veteran tight end catches the ball for a gain of 6 and a first down as the Saints are just outside the red zone at the 22 of Jacksonville. In the gun once again, 1st and 10. Looking to throw right side. Oh, that's a dangerous throw from Short. Oh, Devin Lloyd had himself a gift-wrapped interception, but unfortunately couldn't come down with it, and thankfully it's an incomplete pass for New Orleans. And now they hand the ball off wide right to Kendre Miller, and it's a wide running play. And the Jaguars' pursuit do a good job of keeping that to a 1-yard gain, making it a 3rd and 9 situation. Short is in the gun, and he's going to fake the handoff and look to throw, but he's going to have to throw this one away. There's not a lot of receivers in the pattern for that one. Not the greatest strategic play call there by our offensive coordinator, and we're going to have to settle for a Cameron Dicker field goal of 39 yards. It is up, and it is through. And the Saints' promising drive ends in 3. Makes it a 7-3 ball game. Good first drive, though. Some positives, some negatives, but like to see them punch it in for 6 as always. Kick it deep in the end zone, and that is going to be Mike Schilling, with the kneel down, and the Jaguars are going to take it at the 25. Jaguars had no trouble driving down the field against this Saints defense. We'll see how they do in drive 2. 4 receivers in the pattern for Lawrence in the gun, 1st and 10. Making some changes here. He is going to look to throw here. He's going to pump fake, and he's going to run smack dab into Isaiah Foskey. That's a 10-yard loss there on the sack. As Foskey just beat his man on the right side, which would be Justin Melton. Nice play there from Foskey. Changing to outside linebacker in the offseason. It's always rough when you change positions, but he's still going to have his hand in the dirt on pass rushing downs as an edge rusher on the line, so it's not much of a change. 2nd and 20, and the Jaguars again changing some plays up, moving a bunch formation to the right of Trevor Lawrence in the gun, and he is dropping back, and he's got a man open, and that is number 82, Adam Atkins, wide receiver. And they get back what they lost on the sack, and it's 3rd and 10. Flipping the play and making 4 receivers available in the pattern is Lawrence, making a lot of changes here early. Pump fake, and he's got all day to throw on this one. And it is knocked away by Tariq Woolen. In his zone coverage setup, that was a good play by Woolen. Adam Atkins was the intended receiver there, so they had a man there. 6'4" frame helps you in that regard, especially whenever you can jump through the ceiling. And this is punted away by Colin Ford, and fair catch by Bruton at the 34, and that is where Gary Short and the boys will take over. Second drive with 2:29 left in the first. We're back in the gun. Believe we have Miller there in the backfield, and he has a quick throw, and this one's picked. Hit Devin Lloyd in the hands earlier this game, and this time he hits, I'm going to have to look this one up, Foyesade Olukun. I'm butchering that pronunciation, but this man doesn't miss the catch. Shows some good hands there, and that is where Lawrence and the boys will take over after a critical turnover there by Gary Short. Not what you want to see on the road. Lawrence in the gun from the Saints 36, making some changes at the line here. He's got Etienne in the backfield with him, and he's looking to throw. He's got a man to his left. He's got that flat in Etienne, and Etienne gets right back to the line of scrimmage before he is tackled and wrapped up. Let's see who the man was that wrapped him up. But back in the gun, 2nd and 10. Rolls out. And he's hit again by Isaiah Foskey. I don't know what the man is, what the defensive coordinator told that Saints defense, but Isaiah Foskey heard the message loud and clear. He is beating that right tackle like a drum right now. That's 83 or 63? It might be 63. That is Justin Melton giving up his second sack of the game. Bunch receivers to the left for Lawrence on 3rd and 20. He drops back to pass, rolls to his right. He's a little nervous now. He throws the ball downfield. He had a man. Vontae Wheaton partying like he did something, but, man, Damian Felix was open there. And Lawrence just overthrew him a little bit, was a little off platform there, threw it a little bit off kilter. And that forces the punt from Colin Ford, which goes out of bounds at the 17. Surprised they didn't call roughing the kicker on that one. He did get bumped. And that is where Short starts the 3rd drive. Cannot throw another pick this deep in your own territory. He throws quick. I believe that's Daniel Bellinger. Oh, no, it's Chris Olave. I thought I saw 82. It was 12. My bad. Short under center, 2nd and 6. Back to throw once again. He's throwing right side this time, and he has Kendall Traylor. 5th overall pick from the last draft, makes his first catch of the new season, sophomore season. Gets a first down as the clock ticks down on the first quarter. Short's back in the gun. Hands the ball off right side to Kamara. And Kamara's got room to run. He's driving over someone there. It was Dupree and Campbell over there with the tackle for the Jaguars. As this first quarter ends, seen some good, seen some bad. Like to see some more good as we move forward. Good has been balanced, but when we've started throwing the ball more than we've run it, Gary Short has made some critical errors in judgment. And as the second quarter begins, the gun, 2nd and 1. He hands the ball off right side to Kendra Miller. Kendra Miller pushes over Josh Allen and gets about 3 yards, which is enough for the first down. Short's back in the gun, 1st and 10. And he is going to hand the ball off again. Kendra Miller dodges the guy as he comes in. I think that may have been Josh Allen coming full tilt on the blitz, run blitz. Kendra Miller blows past him, and Tommy Campbell from his safety spot has to make the tackle after a gain of 11. Short in the gun, inside Jaguars territory again, just inside. They're going to hand the ball off, fake the handoff. Gary Short's going to take off with it on that read option. That is not Short's game, but this is part of the playbook, so we have to at least show some threat there. As Short lines up in the gun, 2nd and 3. After a good game by Short, quite honestly, but this one's stuffed in the middle. As I believe we see Aleem McNeil, the big defensive lineman, gets the stop there after a gain of 1. 3rd and 2, and they're going to hand the ball off to Kamara, left side, and he's got room, and he's going to get the first down and get 4 yards. So good game out of the run game right now for these Saints as Andre Cisco comes up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Bunch receivers to Short's right on 1st and 10 from the 32, and he's going to hand the ball off left side to Kamara. Kamara breaks the tackle, and he's got green grass. And he is wrapped up by Scooby Dupree after a gain of about 14 yards. And Kamara looks like prime time Alvin Kamara right there. Short's back under center, inside the red zone of Jacksonville, 17-yard line. Hands the ball up the middle to Kendra Miller, who runs like he was shot out of a cannon. Holding his ribs a little bit after that play, but gain of almost 10. We're inside the 10 with 2nd and inches at the 8. And why wouldn't you hand it back to Kendra Miller right up the middle? Keep doing it until they stop it. That's a gain of about 5 as they get inside the 5 to the 3. And now the Saints are in shotgun. Short's got Kendra Miller back there with him, I do believe. They're going to hand it off to him one more time, and why not? This time, though, that was Kamara on the return, or the run, I should say. And this time, Devin Lloyd from his linebacker spot stops him. 2nd and goal from the 2. It's a gain of 1 on Kamara. They're going to hand the ball off once again, and they get another halfway to the goal line. They're down to the 1 as big boy Aleem McNeil makes the tackle, and this is crucial. 3 receivers to the right for Short. 3rd and goal. Hand off one more time. A little bit of a juke and jive, and Kendra Miller gets in the end zone for the first Saints touchdown of the season, the new season. Heck of a drive, and it was all pretty much the run game, which has not been a problem for the Saints, quite honestly, over the 2 years that Drew Brees has been coach. You would think the passing game would be a little bit better, but it's been the run game that's been the anchor point for this team. The passing protection has been bad. We don't know what it's been like so far. So far, we haven't seen much in the way of pressure, but we've seen some bad throws, which is never a good sign, as Dicker puts the ball through the uprights, and the Saints gain a 3-point lead, 10-7, with 6:43 left in the first half. Dicker's going to kick it away. Schilling's going to get about 3 yards deep and take the knee. Jacksonville's going to get it at the 25. So if you're Jacksonville right now, you want to give some protection to Justin Melton on that right side. Isaiah Foskey has been causing havoc on that side. They're going to run the ball to start with Etienne as he runs smack dab into Joshua McCallum after a short gain of 3. 2nd and 7 is heavy set to the left for Lawrence. Etienne's running that side. They try to set up the edge. And some good pursuit there from McCallum. stops the play after a gain of 3, makes it 3rd and 4. Bunch receivers to Lawrence's right here as he operates in the gun. He's going to roll to his left. He's got a guy. Etienne right at the sticks. Gets hit and makes the play. What a catch by Travis Etienne out of the backfield. Tony Felder, the rookie corner, was there on the coverage and right there. Unfortunately, Etienne makes the play. Just tip your cap. Right side handoff to Etienne, and he is stopped. He is helped up, but he looks like he's hurting as he's helped up. He's holding his hip as he came off the field. We'll see if he can get back in this ball game. That's a big loss for Jacksonville. Lawrence in the gun, 2nd and 8 from his 37. He looks to throw. He's got a man over the middle, and it is complete to Adam Atkins for a gain of about 14 and a 1st down. So probably going to be looking to Lawrence's arm now with Etienne on the sidelines, at least temporarily, we hope. Never like to see anyone, especially good players, on the bench, even if they are your opponents. Lawrence is in the pistol and changing the play up at the line. And he is looking to throw left side. He's got a man once again, and that is a short completion to Damian Felix, the man he missed earlier on the deep ball. That's his first reception of the season for 7 yards. 2nd and 3, inside Saints territory now. Handoff left side, and this is going to be Matthew Brewer, the rookie out of Clemson, former teammate of our boy Kendrick Burton. Had to think of his name. Kendall Traylor, excuse me. Lawrence looking deep, but has to settle for short. And we have another injury of a Jacksonville player, and this is one of their guards, I believe, Luke Fortner. No, that's their center. So they're going to have to juggle the line a little bit here, which is not good considering they've already allowed 2 sacks. I believe Lawrence was calling some protection schemes. And, oh, boy, the injury bug hits again. Joshua McCallum for the Saints, though, this time. That's a big loss for the Saints on the incompletion from Lawrence. Lawrence sets up bunch to his left at the 35 of New Orleans. He's in the gun, 2nd and 10. And he's got a man there in the flat. Oh, man. Couldn't keep his momentum going straight, could Bruce Johnson. And unfortunately runs out of bounds after no gain, basically, on the play. 3rd and 10, and Lawrence making some adjustments once again. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to roll, and he's going to be hit as he throws. Oh, my gosh. Lawrence was hit as he threw and fired a dime, a wounded duck dime, but it still got to Damian Felix, and he just dropped it. And that sets up a long field goal attempt for Kami Fairburn. He drives it through. What a throw from Josh Lawrence on that 3rd down play. Getting hit in the pocket and just, yeah, it was ugly looking in the air, but it went 40 yards, and that receiver, Damian Felix, you have to catch that. Bruton gets it at the goal line on the kickoff, jukes at the 10, and gets out past the 15 to the 20. And that is where Short and the boys will operate. But it's been the Kendre Miller and Alvin Kamara show early on, which I'm not complaining about, because Gary Short's already thrown an interception. Short's in the pistol, 1st and 10 with Miller behind him. He's going to hand off right side to Miller, and Miller is going to be met by a Jacksonville Blue Wave. Josh Allen, Basket out there, Wilbur. There was a convoy out there for a loss of 1. And now we have 3 receivers to Short's left as we near the 2-minute warning in the first half, and they're left side, and it was a little bit short. It's good coverage there by number 28, JaMichael Sherman, but Olave, he short-armed Olave a little bit. That's unusual because Short has the arm to make that throw. 3rd and 11, empty backfield. He's trying to set a screen up, but unfortunately the pressure gets to him, and, well, he short-arms that one and bounces at Kendre Miller. That is not what you want to see when you're nearing the 2-minute warning, is a quick 3-and-out and leave the 2-minute warning timeout plus 3 timeouts for Jacksonville. As Chip Spitzer kicks that ball away, and holy Jesus, he kicks a rocket. That ball went so very long. Return back to the 41. Jacksonville still has good field position as Lawrence operates just inside the 2-minute warning with all 3 timeouts. Makes a little bit of a change in the gun. He's going to look to throw, and he's going to have to fire this one away as he felt pressure from that side. That was Harold Landry coming from the outside and from his edge spot. Bunch receivers to the right for Lawrence in the gun. 2nd and 10. Nope, we're making a change here, flipping the protections. I think Lawrence is wanting some protection here. He feels the heat. He throws right side. He has a man. It is number 80. I believe that is Bruce Johnson. That is the tight end. They run no huddle, 3rd and 5, in the gun still. And they throw left side, and they find Bruce Johnson again. This time they find the first down. Back in the no huddle. They must see something they like in the defense here. Defense is trying to throw some heat. Boy, howdy, that went way past everybody, but there is laundry on the field. And it's holding against the offense, and poor Justin Melton. Melton has been getting abused. He's allowed 2 sacks. He's given up a holding penalty. Whew. Do not want to be his coach on Monday. Lawrence back in the gun, throws left side to Christian Kirk. He tries to get out of bounds, but no dice, and they are forced to call their first timeout with 1:01 left in the first half. Tie ball game here. Bunch receivers to the right for Lawrence. 2nd and 8. 1:01 left on the clock. He's looking to throw to that right side. He's got a man. Nice play by Terrence Gilchrist. Kirk had a step on him, but he gets the leap up and the tip up. Split backfield for Lawrence on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw once again. He's got a man over the middle. Wide open is Christian Kirk. Not what you want to see, but unfortunately that is a first down as the clock continues to tick as they are inside Saints territory at the 23. Great play there as Quandre Diggs has to come up, the veteran, to make the stop there. And they're going to let this clock tick. Lawrence is back in the gun. They hopefully have 3 points here. They'd like to get 7. They're going to try and get 7 left side, and it is picked. Oh, wow. Overthrew his guy, and Quandre Diggs makes him pay for it with the interception. He had his man open on the left side there. Just fired it a little bit too far ahead and unfortunately too far inside. And I think that's some issues with communication because that is once again Damian Felix. Must be some sort of cross wires between them two. They need to discuss that on the sidelines. As a 3rd or 4th play I've seen with Felix involved where it's been a bad player or it looks like a miscommunication potentially. Empty backfield for Short with under 30 seconds left. He's going to throw short left side, and it's going to be incomplete. I believe that was Duvernay was the intended target. Quite honestly, if you're the Saints, I'd really love to see them just run it in and run out the clock. 3 receivers to Short's left. He's going to hand the ball off right side. Thank Jesus to Kendre Miller. But Jacksonville will call a timeout. That is the problem we have whenever you have this type of situation. Hand off again to Kendre Miller. He's holding on to that rock very tightly. He gets the first down, which is going to force the hand of Jacksonville to basically let this clock run out. And that is all the Saints want to do is take it to the half, 10-10. Been a good solid half defensively. Bend but don't break has been the mantra of the Saints right now. 2 sacks, which is good to see from the Saints after little to no pass rush last year. Would like to see them continue to push that right side and challenge Justin Melton at his right tackle spot. Also, see if Luke Fortner's back from his center spot because that's caused a little bit of juggling of the interior offensive line. So the Saints are in good shape. The offense has to get going. The run game is going, but Gary Short has to do something with this squad. I mean, it is to the point now where the Saints have seen him for a season in spurts. They've worked with him in the offseason, and he is still continuing to make the same types of mistakes he made previously. So have to see some improvement in the second half from Gary Short and from Gary Short in general if he hopes to hang on to that spot. I mean, this is the same Saints team that started Jeff Harper last year from the practice squad. Bruton gets the second half kickoff, and he drives out past the 20 to the 22. And that is where the veteran Alvin Kamara and Kendra Miller and the boys will come out and see if they can get this run game established back to start the second half, as Short starts in the gun with 3 receivers to his left from his 22, and it's going to hand off left side to Kamara. And Kamara's got some blockers, but a little bit of push there as Aline McNeil, the big rock in the inside for Jacksonville, holds him to no gain. And that's going to be a second down and 10. Short drops back to pass, looking over the middle, and he's got Kendall Traylor, who fights off 4 blockers. That's a big wide receiver play right there, and that's a first down after the gain of 14 with the push forward. Short's back in the gun, looking to throw once again. He's going to throw over the middle. He's got Kendall Traylor once again. Short and Traylor have something cooking here. That is 2 straight completions to get them into Jaguars territory. Worry about challenging the middle of the field there, but this time Oluokun was not right there to catch the football from his linebacker spot. 3 receivers to the left for Short. He's in the gun, 1st and 10 from the Jaguars 46, and he's going to hand the ball off to Kamara. He's going to cut back to his right, and he's going to get 4 before he is stopped by number 33, Devin Lloyd, from his linebacker spot. 2nd and 6, and it's a handoff left side to Kendra Mill, and he's going to bust the first level and not get much further as he gets a gain of 2 as Oluokun makes the tackle. Leaves a 3rd and 4. We have double stack receivers to either side, and Short's looking to throw. Pump fake. He's going to roll up and throw, and he's got Jawan Johnson over the middle for a gain of 7 and a first down as the Saints get to the Jaguars 30. And this is the kind of drive you need after you come out of the half. You need a good, long, sustained drive, and you need to get points. He's throwing over the middle to Kendall Traylor. 3rd catch this drive for Traylor. And Short's got a hot streak going. I believe that's his 5th complete pass in a row, at least 4. He is in the gun, 2nd and 1 after the gain of 9 to Traylor. He's throwing quick, and that's his 5th completion for sure to Daniel Bellinger. That sets up 1st and goal at the 8 for New Orleans. Back in the gun, and I believe he's got Kendra Miller back there with him as we tick down under 8 minutes to play in the 3rd. He's going to hand the ball off to Kendra Miller, and he is going to be met by a lot of folks, namely number 45 there for the Jaguars. And that is Boogie Basham Jr. from his edge spot making the tackle. Don't know if we're going to get the run in this time, boys. We may have to throw it in. And Short's in the gun. He's going to fake the handoff, and he is running the read option. Does not have the speed to make the edge, though. And number 66, an unusual number for an edge player, but that is Oliver Wilbur making the tackle there. And Short's in the gun, 3rd and goal from his 9. He drops back to pass, rolls out to his left, has to force the ball. That's his first incomplete pass on the drive, but at least it wasn't an interception, as the Saints will have to settle for 3 after a really, really good start to this drive. Ends in red zone failure as Dicker will line up to kick the 27-yard field goal. And he is good. So the Saints get 3 coming out of the second half. And after a real promising drive gets them inside the 10, they settle for 3, and it's 13-10 Saints as they kick the ball away. Mike Schilling back to receive. He's going to take this one out past the 10-15, and he gets met at the 20 by number 44, and that is Matthew Judon, veteran edge rusher playing special teams. Lawrence starts under center from his 20. 1st and 10. Hands the ball off to, I believe Etienne is back in the game. That's good to see. He gets a gain of 2. Guess they doctored him up in halftime and got him ready to go. Don't know if I've seen Joshua McCallum back out there for the Saints. 2nd and 8. Lawrence is in the gun looking to throw right side. He overthrows, but Bruce Johnson comes down with it and gets half of what they needed. A gain of 4. As number 40 for the Saints, Derek Barnes, the veteran linebacker, comes down with the play, and that tells me that Joshua McCallum's out. Barnes is his substitute on certain formations. Lawrence looking to throw third down, throws right side, and it is complete to Tariq Woolen. Woolen has the pick and gets it back inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. What a play by Tariq Woolen, as Lawrence uncharacteristically throws one into coverage and Woolen makes him pay for it. Intended receiver there was Etienne on an out route, but Woolen just snakes right in front of it and sets up the Saints offense in prime position to get at least 3, if not 6. As Short starts under center from the 9 of Jacksonville. Jags defense hoping to just hold the 3 here, and they send the heat, and it gets home as the Saints try to run up the middle with Kendre Miller, and it loses 1 as Oluokun from his linebacker spot, 6th tackle of the game. And Short's back under center from the 10. 2nd and goal to go. He's going to hand it off to Kendre Miller, left side a little bit. He gets a gain of about 2. And if you're the Saints, this is not going to cut it. Run first down, run second down. You're setting up and telegraphing a throw on third down. And there it is. It's a throw. He's going to drop back to pass, and he is going to be forced to fling this one away. There's one thing they talked to him about in the offseason is learning to throw that ball away when the play's not there and not take the sack. He is doing that this game, but man, that's a rough deal when the Saints defense gets you a gift at the 9-yard line and all you can do is get 3 points. 3 and out from the offense gets Dicker another field goal, another 3 points on the resume. But man, that really hurts as it's only a 6-point lead for New Orleans as we kick it away with 4:07 left. Schilling's going to get it well deep in his end zone, and he is going to take the knee. And Lawrence is going to stride back out there, and he's going to be back under center, heavy set to the left on 1st and 10 from the 25. Etienne is in the backfield behind him. Handoff left side to Etienne, and Etienne has a little bit of room, but it ends quickly as Trey Weathers, big nose tackle, comes in and makes the tackle after a gain of 4. Bunch receivers to the right for Lawrence on 2nd and 6. He's in the gun looking to throw. He's going to roll up and throw short to Kirk. And Kirk's going to be marked a yard shy of the first down. I thought forward progress may give him the first down there, but he is going to be marked short. Saints are showing blitz up the middle with bunch receivers to the right for Lawrence as he brings them shorter in and compresses the setup. He's going to look to throw. He's going to throw short. He's going to have Adam Atkins. No, it's knocked out. And Tariq Woolen with another good play. Boy, howdy, he is making some plays, and we've got some little bit of extracurriculars there as some of the players are falling over themselves. And the Saints hold. 3 downs and out. That's an amazing play for the Saints defense, and this is going to be fair call by Bruton. And Jason Jones, inexplicably out there on special teams coverage, is down. That's a huge loss for the Saints edge rush core if that's a continual injury. 1st down and 10, and we hand the ball off right side to Alvin Kamara, and he gets about 7 yards. The run game has not been bad for New Orleans. It's been the passing game that's been rough. As Short is in the gun, 2nd down, he's going to hand it off again, this time to Kendre Miller, and Kendre is going to get 2 of those 3 yards needed. Has 19 carries this game so far. Short is back in the gun, 3rd and 1. We hand the ball off again, and this time I believe it is Kendre gets 2 yards and gets that 1st down. So we're eating up clock here, but we're not making a whole lot of yardage, and we only have a 6-point lead. We have 3 receivers to Short's left, 4 receivers in the pattern. Short is making some changes at the line. He's going to look to throw. He's going to drop back. He's going to get sacked this time. Trayvon Walker finally gets home for the Jaguars defense, and that's the first sack of the day for the Jaguars. That is a loss of 12. As Short just ran out of time and real estate. Was looking for a big play, rolled out to his right to buy a little bit of time, but unfortunately rolled right into Trayvon Walker. That sets up the Saints big time deep. Back at their 16, 2nd and 22. They're going to fake the handoff to Kendre Miller, roll around in the back pocket, and he's going to get sacked again. Oh, I was just talking good about Gary Short and his decision-making and the offensive line, and suddenly 2 sacks in a row make it 3rd and 3 miles. Trayvon Walker gets 2 sacks or a sack and a half in as many plays. Now, if you're the Saints, pistol formation for Short. Just hand this ball off and get some yardage for your punter. Left side is Kendre Miller. He makes a good run. He gains 12 yards, which is pretty impressive, but unfortunately he needed 34. And again, the Saints' run game has not been the problem. It has been their passing game. As we get down into the 4th quarter with only a 6-point lead, 16-10, the Saints' defense has shown up to play today. And when the Saints' defense is playing that well, you got to say to the offense, guys, just get us 20, and we should be able to win this game. As Chip Spitzer puts this ball away, this ball is not as good a punt as his first one, but it's still a pretty good one, as it's received at the 35 and run back to the 43. So the Jaguars start with good field position, but that's because the Saints had terrible field position when they punted. And Lawrence, if he's got the clutch gene, this is the time to kick it in the 4th quarter. Just starting it up, 6-point lead. Going to run it left side of Travis Etienne, and he's got some room. Saints containment lost it a little bit on that edge, and he gets 8 on the edge. Now it's 2nd and 2. Lawrence is back under center, and he's going to fake the handoff to Etienne. Looking deep. He's got a man, and this time Felix catches it. Damian Felix been miscommunicating all day long with Trevor Lawrence. And finally, in a big spot, he comes up big, taking the top off the defense. And that is just pretty as you please. And that is why you can't give Trevor Lawrence that many opportunities. That is something the Saints lack, is that franchise quarterback. They do not have that right now with Gary Short. And this is going to break the tie if it's good. Fairburn puts it up. Just like that, the Jaguars are back in front by 1, 17-16. Quick strike from the Jaguars. It was a 59-yard touchdown as Bruton gets it from his goal line. He runs it out past the 10, 15. He's caught up at the 20. Not quite the 20. They're going to mark him down at the 19. And Gary Short out of Florida State, 3rd-year man, getting into his contract year, needs to show the Saints why he's worth a big-time contract. He's going to fake the handoff and run the read option. That is not his strong point. Got to question the play calling of Drew Brees there on the loss of 3 on the read option. Back in the gun, 2nd and 13. And we're going to hand it off this time to Kendre Miller. And Kendre is going to get 1 yard here, as the Jaguars are basically sitting on this run attack that has beaten them up for all game and daring Gary Short to beat them. And Gary Short has to do it. 3rd and 12, looking to throw. He's throwing over the middle, and he's got Jawan Johnson on the crossing route over the middle. And the veteran tight end converted from wide receiver back early in his career gains himself about 30. And a first down for New Orleans. That's a huge first down for the Saints and for Short, who's back in the gun. From his 42, he's going to fake the handoff and try and run outside. And again, that is a terrible play call. Bad play call from the Saints. That's going to lead to a loss of 1. Short back in the gun. Looks left side. He's got a man, and it is dropped by Chris Olave. And leads to another 3rd and long for New Orleans. Another one that they really would like to convert. They still have time, though, with 9 minutes left in the game. They're going to throw right side to Kendall Traylor, who had his man beat on the outside. And he has a gain of 20 and a first down as they drive into Jags territory. You can see Tommy Campbell got beat off the line. And there's Quandre Diggs and some of the defense celebrating the fact they get a rest a little bit more. Shorts in the pistol, making some changes. 1st and 10 as we get to 8.5 minutes left in the game. He hands off left side to Kendre Miller. And Kendre Miller, please meet Mr. Wilbur. Oliver Wilbur, that is, number 66. Loss of 2, and the Jaguars in the second half have really adjusted to stop this run. They are pretty much daring the Saints to beat them through the air. And they are going to have to try and do that. Short rolls out to his right. He's running out of time. He drops the ball, and it is picked up by number 94, Aleem McNeil. And the big man's made a bunch of big plays this game, and he's going to get himself a big man fumble 6. Yeah, get yourself a dance in, young man. That's good. Love to see the big guys dance, even though it is for the other team. Short rolling out to his right, and on the 3rd sack of the game, that is Matt Basket knocking the ball out, and big man Aleem McNeil, who has been a menace in the middle, scoop and score. And yeah, that man deserves some oxygen, and he deserves him a water bottle, and he deserves him a pat on the butt for that one. Great play. Tommy Fairburn puts it through the uprights to make this a 8-point game with 7:48 left. And you got to question, if you're Drew Brees, do you pull short or do you try and let him get through it? See what the young man has as far as scruples to get his team through this, because now he is down by 8. And Bruton's going to take the knee 3 yards deep, and Short's going to have to go back out there and try and prove to this team that he is in the pistol. 1st down and 10. He's going to hand the ball off to Kamara, excuse me. Tries to get the left side, cuts it back to the middle, and he meets, that is Cameron Young, who has given Aleem McNeil a little bit of a breather, I believe, while he's recovering from that fumble 6. 2nd and 8, Short's in the gun, going to hand the ball off left side to Kamara, and Kamara's going to get wrapped up for a loss of 1. Boogie Basham's on the tackle there. And the Saints are again in deep trouble. 3rd and 9, and Short's in the gun. 3 receivers to his right. Got to make a play here. He's got a man over the middle. Can't get it over the outstretched arms of, I believe that was Tommy Campbell. That is incomplete. I believe it was Devin Duvernay was the intended target. And Chip Spitzer is going to kick this one away with 6:38 left. And you got to wonder, are the Saints' chances done here, as the fair catch is called for by Schilling. And the Lawrence and the boys are coming back out, and they have the chance to put the dagger in this one. Hit a big play to Felix earlier. First time he's hit a big play to Felix this game. They've tried to hook up a couple times this game. It's resulted in an interception, but it's also resulted in a touchdown. As they RPO and throw into coverage, Terrence Gilchrist was all over that one. Incomplete. 2nd and 10, and Lawrence is back in the gun from his 32, and he's sending Etienne out in the pattern to make it an empty backfield set for him. He is going to look to throw here. He's throwing right side, and he throws, and it is out of bounds. Yes, it's out of bounds. Hard to see with the camera angle on the sideline we have, but that was a little bit out of bounds, and that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 10, and Lawrence is back in the gun looking to throw. Left side throw, and he has got his man. That is number 86, and there's Felix again. Damian Felix had a rough first half, but man, he has come out firing in the second half. Beats the rookie Felder off the line and just makes him look silly. And that is a gain of about 30. And another big play for the Jags in the passing game, as they have a bunch of receivers to the right for Lawrence inside of Saints territory, looking to throw once again. Rolls out to his right. He's going to force the throw inside to number 82, Adam Atkins. And after a drop earlier in the game, Atkins gets 6 here. As we get down under 5.5 to play in the game, Lawrence is going to, he's going to get back in the gun. And he's going to go empty set here with Etienne taking up a receiver spot on the right side. He's going to throw right side. That's to Atkins, I believe. And that is knocked out by Tariq Woolen, who is having himself a good game. I dare say the entire Saints defense is having a pretty solid game, quite honestly. As we have some more changes at the line. Lawrence making some changes out of the gun, 3rd and 4. Look for the handoff. Nope, they're going to throw the left side. And there's Bruce Johnson. Taps the toes inbounds, gets about 6 yards, and gets the first down. And that's going to give the Jaguars 4 more shots. As Lawrence is back in the gun, 1st and 10 from the Saints 32, looking to throw once again right side. And he has got his man. That is Christian Kirk. And after a slow first half, it was kind of the tale of last season for the Saints. The Saints defense would hold for a little while, and then suddenly would just run out of gas. And I've got to feel like the Saints defense is just starting to run out of gas as we get under 4.5 to play, and the Jaguars are at least in 3-point range, if not touchdown range, inside the red zone. Looking to throw right side. They find Etienne for a short gain of 3. Josh McCallum back in the game. That's good to see him back for Saints fans. He makes the 4th tackle of the game. Lawrence is back in the gun, hands the ball off up the middle to Etienne. Etienne has a hole right side. He gets the first down and then some as he gets down inside the 5 to the 3. Ron Payne, Devontae Wheaton there on the stop. And the Saints have got to say a prayer now. And they're going to hand the ball off to Etienne, and he's going to be met and then pushed forward for the touchdown. That O-line pushes him forward for that extra yard or 2, and he falls forward just enough to get that rushing touchdown, and that pretty much ices the game for the Jaguars there. As you see the bump from number 59. That is Peter. No, that's not Peter Lewis. That's my guy, Peter Lewis. George Whitley, the left guard. Tommy Fairbairn puts the boot to it, and it's 31-16 with 3:11 to play in the 4th. And once again, the Saints offense has been disappointing, to say the least. And it's not been the run game. It has been the passing game, which has been the problem for the Saints for the last 2 seasons. As Bruton carries it out past the 20 to the 22. And here comes Gary Short. And I got to wonder if the coaching staff is wondering about his long-term future here as he gets in the gun. Got to show something here on this drive. Looking to throw right side. He's got a man. It's Kendall Traylor. And they're going to run no huddle. They've got to get up tempo here. Double stack receivers to either side for Short as he's looking to throw right side again. He finds Traylor again, I do believe. No, that's Jawan Johnson. They are in tempo mode. They have to be here. We have 2 scores to get right now. They're looking to throw once again. He's going to throw over the middle. He's going to find Kendall Traylor on the short for a gain of 5. And they're going to try to run one more play before the 2-minute warning can serve their timeouts. And they're going to look to throw. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to throw right side. He's got Olave for his first catch, I do believe, of the game. Olave has been very quiet this game. It has been pretty much Kendall Traylor making noise. Short to throw again. He's got all day to throw. Left side he throws. It's pretty much thrown away. Devin Duvernay was technically the intended target, but everybody was pretty well covered. Short's in the pistol here, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw once again, and he's going to be enveloped. Yeah, he's just going to get... They're going to have to call timeout here. 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20 for the Saints. Down by 15 points. It's not looking good for the black and gold. Short's back in the gun. Fakes the handoff. And that didn't fool Boogie Basham. As he gets in there for the sack and 4th and 25. Pretty much got to go for it at this point. Short's looking to throw once again. He's going to hold and throw. He's got man deep. Oh, my Jesus, they get the first down. Jawan Johnson inexplicably left open for a gain of 27. And with 1:18 left, the Saints have another first down. Looking to throw again. Throws left side. Complete to Traylor. Traylor fighting like dogs to get to the 12. And another first down. Under a minute to play. Not a whole lot of time for the Saints, but they're looking to keep trying. Short throw to Kamara. That is not going to cut it. Double stack receivers. Those receivers are really sucking wind right now. Throw left side, get out of bounds, and a little bit of bump extra afterwards. Gain of 7 for Duvernay. They're going to give him 8, but still 3rd and 3. Gets a little bit of a breather here as they snap the ball, looking left side again, and that time it's knocked away. Number 24, Stephen Glenn, knocks it away from his corner spot. 4th and 3, Saints got to go for it here. In the pistol. They hand the ball off. Wow. And Kendre Miller breaks a tackle and gets the touchdown. Jaguars are sitting in pass, and they hand the ball off to Kendre Miller, who runs it in. Had to fight to get in there, though. Was met at the 2 by, I believe that was 38 or 28. I think it was 28, JaMychal Sherman. It was 28. And he fights through that tackle and gets the touchdown. That's all Kendre Miller right there. Heck of an effort there, young man. And they'll line up for the kick after. They need 8. So the onside kick is almost certainly oncoming. And it is pooched away. And it is picked up by Jacksonville, so that'll pretty much ice the game as Felix, who's been the star of the show in the second half, comes up with that for the hands team for Jacksonville, and that is pretty much all she wrote for Drew Brees and the boys. They're going to fall to 0-1 on this season. Promising start in the first half from the defense, but the offense just could not get anything going. And Trevor Lawrence is only going to be stymied for so long, unfortunately. And that is going to be the victory formation kneel down, and the Saints inexplicably call a timeout. CPU, come on now, the game's over. That is going to do it. They're going to line up. They don't have to snap this, obviously. This game is over. And the Saints will fall to 0-1. And I think the big question you have to ask yourself if you're a Saints fan is, will Gary Short get a long leash or will his leash be short? He was not impressive, truthfully, this game. And in the Battle of 16s, although it looked promising early, Trevor Lawrence shows why he's the franchise quarterback and the better 16 of the 2 16s on the field today. Let's go over some stats real quick. Oh, wrong thing. Let's go here. Jaguars, 23 of 36, 237. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, but the 1 touchdown was one of the daggers. Gary Short, 19 of 31, 224 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. This is the problems we had with him last year. Doesn't create a lot of offense. He just throws interceptions and loses us the ball. Rushing, 35 carries total between your running backs and over 140 yards, 150 yards if you count Short 6 yards. Man sakes alive. Kendall Traylor was a bright spot on offense, 8 catches, 96 yards. Jawan Johnson, 5 for 87. Dwight Adams allowed 1 sack. Trevor Penning, who we knew was going to be an issue, allowed 3 sacks. And then in the defensive game, Tony Felder had 7 tackles from his corner spot, the rookie out of USC. McCallum, after injury, leads second on the team in tackles with 6. Foskey had 2 tackles for loss and 2 sacks, the only 2 sacks on the game, actually. And then Quandre Diggs and Woolen had our interceptions, but it was not enough as the Saints fall 31-23.